the behavior or the mindsets that we have are normal. You need to really sit down with yourself and say, okay, why is it that I have an issue with darker skin? I'm a black person. What is it about me that makes me feel like because my skin is dark, I'm not beautiful? Like, sit with it. Is it something that you heard in school because you were teased? Is it something that maybe even your parents said to make you not feel beautiful? Did they not validate you? Did they not tell you that you were amazing? Did they not tell you that your brown skin is gorgeous? Like, those types of things are the things that people don't do. And so you go and you bring these traumas into your relationship, and then you say, oh, well, I like light-skinned men because that's what I like. But in actuality, a lot of your brokenness in your brain, you think that the only way you could have a beautiful child is to have a child with somebody lighter than you, because you think dark is ugly. But it takes you going through that process of actually being real with yourself and looking at, why do I think that way?
Yeah, it's the uncomfort.
It's the discomfort of the hard stuff.
And most people aren't willing to do the work of making it comfortable for themselves. The strongest thing a person can do, the most powerful thing you can do, is suffer. And the reason I say that is because it teaches you and builds things in you that you may have never had before the suffering. The person that you become after the suffering is completely different from the person you were before. You gain discipline, you gain dedication, you gain strength, and strengths and weaknesses that you never knew you had before you went through.
And you know what else you gain? Humility.
Absolutely. Empathy for others.
Yeah, it makes you humble, because God knows how to break you down to your least common denominator better than any human, better than any situation.
Absolutely.
And so for me, that's why people are like, well, why is it that you are able to forgive them and move on? I said, because listen, I am nobody's judge or jury. At the end of the day, if you did something wrong to me, the worst thing I could do is get in the way of whatever repercussions come as a result of your actions.
Absolutely.
I'm not anybody's judge or jury. That's why I can move on, because guess what? If it wasn't for God's grace, I wouldn't be here. So I'm no better than anybody else. The way I sin may be different from the way somebody else sins, but God sees sin as sin. We put levels on sin. So I think about it like that all the time. I'm like, listen, I don't have the luxury of walking in unforgiveness, because guess what? The Bible says if I don't forgive, then God can't forgive me. So at the end of the day, I got too much I need him for. So I'm not about to get in my own way, nor am I about to get in your way. I'm good.
That's another thing I think a lot of people don't understand is we have a childlike concept of God. And what I mean by that is we pick him up like a toy. We pick him up when we feel like it's good for us. And then we put him down when it's not. So God doesn't work that way. He doesn't operate that way. God is always in every facet and every detail of your life. He expects to be placed in every point of your life. He wants to be a part of everything. So you can't do the things that make you feel good and take away from the things that don't. He wants the sacrifices. He wants the obedience. He wants to guide you. He wants to teach you. He wants to pour into you. And he wants you to pour into him. He wants to be in your life in every way.
And he wants to be praised, and he wants to be honored, and he wants to be valued, and he wants to be, worshipped, because he is good. And so the same way that he wants that validation, we understand why you need validation in your relationship. So at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship with a person that makes you feel like you're not good enough, or makes you feel like you're not beautiful, or you're not handsome, or you're not smart, or you're not talented, or you're not this, then you need to question, is that the person I need to be with?
That's not the person God sent you.
Because it's so many things, and I know we're talking about a lot of different things, but trauma, to me, in essence, is the reason why we have so many challenges that we see right now. People are talking about the effect. They're not talking about the cause.
Right.
So the cause, but some people get into the cause, and that's where they get to blaming each other. So, but it's so much deeper than that surface of what people are thinking. It always starts with your individual trauma that you brought up, whether it was something that you inherited from your parents and their parents and blah, 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 or if it's something that was just based on something you experienced and you passed it down, or you held on to some unforgiveness or some hurt or whatever. Regardless of that fact, we are talking about effects. The men are cheating on the women, or they're choosing women outside of black women, or our men are not honoring us, or our men don't respect us, or you're talking about effects. You're not talking about cause. The cause is he's broken, you're broken, and ain't nobody doing nothing about their brokenness, and you two broken people are trying to come together and expecting to have something healthy.
That's not gonna ever happen.
That is the epitome of delusional.
And the truth of the matter is, and I'm sure you've heard it said throughout every podcast in the world, when you become healthy, you may not even pick the same person that you were when you were broken.
Yes, indeed. So your picker is a lot different.
Yeah, you're picking based on where you're at currently. So when you change that dynamic and you change who you are as a person, your picks might change as well.
Your picks will change.
So, but I think the biggest problem for all of us, I think the majority, especially us as black people, I think the biggest problem we have is the fact that we won't actually do any work within ourselves.
Yeah. It's so taboo for some reason.
We also, and this dates back beyond America. This dates back into the African times. I think we don't want to bow our heads to God. We have a hard time. We sit with a prideful look. And understandably so, because black people are the most stylish, the most renegade, the most elegant, the most intelligent, creative, articulate people that you will see. We are copied in almost every facet of what we've done. We've created so many things. Thank you for using that word. We've created in so many ways, but we don't know how to give God the honor, because the gifts that we have, the abilities to do these things, were never given. They were never something we
ours.
Right. It was given.
It was a gift.
It's given to us.
And I think that's a point. Like I sit in that point often, because I know we talk about it all the time. I am huge on, my prayer is always, no matter what levels of success I reach, I don't ever want to get to the place where, one, I don't remember that my gifts come from Him.
Indeed.
My voice when I sing, my voice when I speak,
Indeed.
my passion, my drive, the fact that people are drawn to me when I walk in a room.
How you
that's God, that's from
gifts.
God.